This is The Real Hustle, Celebrity Scammers. In this series, the hustlers carry out scams that are bigger, tougher and more devious than ever before. With the help of their celebrity friends, hustlers Alex, Jess and Paul pull off the riskiest scams of all, long cons. Intricate webs of lies and deception designed to separate the unwary from their money. On tonight's show, Liberty X star Kelly Young cleans up as a guest hustler.
I was really scared, I just didn't want to screw it up, everything would have fallen apart.
Jess coins it in.
All right, clever notes. Yeah.
And these guys are having a very taxing day.
I've just been basically rinsed of everything.
Oh my God.
All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed the footage could be shown so that you could avoid falling for the same scams. The hustlers have invited celebrity friends to help them carry out their long cons. They'll be thrown in at the deep end. No training and no practice, just straight into the scam. This week's celebrity guest hustler is Popstars contestant and ex-Liberty X member, Kelly Young.
I'm just trying to be brave and pep myself up to be brave and just go through whatever comes my way. I know that I'll be in the hands of some real experienced hustlers as well who'll be able to help me with the hustle. So I'm up for it. Bring it on.
Kelly has been told to travel to a mainline train station and to keep an eye out for a black van.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing? Fine. You guys?
You ready to hustle?
I think I am.
Time to find out what the hustlers have in store for Kelly as Alex and Jess drive to today's location and give her a hustle briefing.
Okay, so today, Kelly, we are going to be putting someone in a situation where they're going to be responsible for a very valuable item.
Right.
Okay? We're also going to make them feel responsible for damaging that item. So today, it's not as glamorous as what you're used to, but you're going to be, along with me, a cleaner.
Ah.
So we've got these lovely jumpers for you.
Right.
So Kelly and Jess will be posing as professional cleaners, hired to prepare a house for a photo shoot. Alex is the photographer for a home interiors magazine. And Paul is an art dealer who hires out paintings for photo shoots. Together, they're planning to make a lot of money from some unfortunate mark in Done and Dusted.
All right, I'm going to leave the keys in here. I'm going to go in disguise.
Oh, where's he gone?
Wow.
Where's he gone?
That's amazing.
And I shall see you on the other side.
Kelly has just moments to prepare for her role in the sting as Alex heads off to pay a visit to the mark just around the corner. Alex has arranged to borrow this house as a location for an interior design magazine photo shoot. If the photos get published, the homeowner will get a whopping fee of £5,000.
Hi there, Ian Steele, photographer.
Oh, right, hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. You are?
Laura.
Laura, nice to meet you,
This
Laura.
is my house. I'm kind of here just to let you in.
Fine, thank you. But you're looking after the place for us, yeah?
Yeah.
So this isn't the Mark's home. She's a friend of the owner and has agreed to supervise the photo shoot. She'll be even more vigilant that nothing happens to the place on her watch.
Is it okay to have a quick look around?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you
Just
need
gonna.
to do.
I've also got a cleaning company coming.
Okay.
Make sure that everything's clean because obviously these pictures are for a house magazine.
Yeah.
Whilst Alex is being given the grand tour, Jess helps Kelly transform herself from glamorous pop star into a professional cleaner. This isn't really a look Kelly is used to. Not so much leather catsuit as leather chamois. Next, the van gets a bit of a makeover too.
Do you want to go pop that one round the other
A few
side?
matching signs later, and the transformation is complete.
You ready?
Yeah. Do we look like cleaners?
Think so.
All they need now is a house. Alex has had a good look round, taking the opportunity to install some hidden cameras inside the house. Everything's looking good for the photo shoot. But there's one element in this room the photographer isn't happy with.
The only problem I'm looking at now is this. We definitely need to have something on there, but I can't use that because that's probably, yeah, bought from a shop and it's copyright. I'll tell you what I can do. I can have something brought in. There's a guy who's very close to here who does, that's what he does, he lets out works of art. And it's got something that I know the magazine have tried to photograph before. And the more I can make the shots attractive, because I know it's a lot of money for these shots. Yeah.
It sounds like a good idea. Getting a painting that the magazine is interested in practically guarantees the photos will be published and everyone will get paid.
The only thing is you would have to call them, because I don't have anything to do with that.
Right, okay.
But if I gave you his number, would you give him a call?
I'll give him a call.
Brilliant. Because he could, hang on, I think I've got it. I know he's based, oh, that's him. This is Robert Marks, that's his mobile. So if you want to give him a call.
Yeah, I'll call him. And do I have to pay for this now?
I don't.
Or how does it work?
That he'll explain to you. I'm not quite sure how he does that because I never get involved.
The Mark is happy to assist and makes the call.
Rob Marks.
Hi Robert, my name's Laura. I've got Ian Steele with me at the moment. He's taking photographs of a friend's house. We have a wall in the kitchen that's already got a picture on, but it's copyright. I was wondering if you've got anything. He's thinking something like a portrait.
I told him I was down here. Where are you?
At Basingstoke, Worthing Road.
Yeah, I do have something. In fact, I'm at a house very close by. So I have something that I could definitely swap out for you.
Who'd have thought it? Paul is just around the corner and will lend her a painting. The one he's got in mind is worth £10,000.
How long do you need it for?
How long do we want it for?
Oh, about an hour.
An hour?
I wouldn't want to charge a rental for that, but I do need a deposit. It'd be about 500.
So there's no hire charge for the 10 grand painting, just a £500 deposit.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Is 10 grand enough?
Is that how much it's worth? Well, he's got very good things.
She barely has time to hang up the phone before the cleaning team arrives. This is the first time Kelly will meet the Mark, who, given her age, will no doubt be aware of Liberty X.
Ah, that might be them.
If Kelly gets recognised, it's game over.
Hello. We're expecting some cleaners.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
How you doing? Come in, let me show you.
Alex takes the girls through the rooms that will feature in the magazine.
All right.
And then pops out to pick up his equipment.
Quite a good job you guys have got, isn't it?
Snooping around people's houses.
Jess and Kelly get to work around the house. They're planning to really clean up, in more ways than one. Time for our next visitor on this busy afternoon. Art dealer Paul has just pulled up outside to drop off the painting the Mark ordered over the phone.
Is someone coming to your door?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi there, I'm Rob Marks.
Hello, come in.
Hi, what's your name?
Laura.
Nice to meet you. Down here?
Once this off.
Yeah. Can I have you hold that for just a second? Very carefully.
The Mark is clearly uncomfortable handling such an expensive painting, but Paul doesn't give her a chance to refuse.
Do all the windows first.
Yeah, okay.
That really worth 10 grand.
Oh yeah, so Rodney. Very popular right now. Yeah. I need a deposit of 500.
Yeah, that's
I won't
fine.
charge you for the hour or anything like that.
Brilliant.
If you want it for a few days, I would. Perfect.
Alright.
Great.
Paul takes the £500 deposit and heads off.
Tell Ian I say hi, and he owes me a drink.
Yeah, no worries.
Very, very stiff drink.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
For the time being, his work is done. The success of this scam is now in Kelly's hands. So, one house, 2 cleaners, and a £10,000 painting. What could possibly go wrong? When hustlers go out, they don't bring money. They go armed with prop bets.
Right.
But a prop bet only has one rule.
Do you give up?
And that's that the hustler always wins.
Drinks, please. Thank you.
Jess fancies a drink, but plans to make her new friends pay for it.
So I've got a challenge for you.
Coming in.
Yeah? Well, I've got 10 £2 coins here. I'm going to line them up here so that they form a little arrow, like that. Yeah? And as you can see, the arrow is pointing that way. So for a round of drinks, your challenge is by only moving 3 of the coins, you have to make the arrow point that way.
Okay.
So to get out of buying a drink, this guy needs to make the triangle point in the opposite direction. The only catch is that he can only move 3 coins.
Seems quite easy, doesn't it? I can think I could do that. Like, can I keep my fingers on the coins?
Have a little go.
So what, we go 1 there. That's 1 already though, isn't it?
2, 3.
No, go on.
Go on, have another go.
Give us another go.
Go on then. Here's another go.
Come on, dude. You can do this.
I've been robbed, mate, because I ain't got 1, 2. It's tricky. No, give up.
Give up. Shall I show you how it's done?
Go on, shall I say?
I'll show you how it's done. So the arrow's pointing that way. You need to move 3 coins so the arrow points that way.
Go on.
So 1, 2, 3.
All right, clever clubs.
Yeah, I know.
This bet seems tough at first, but once you know how it's done, it's a piece of cake. 1 coin moves around to make the top of the triangle, and these 2 swap sides to become the base.
Do you go get the drinks? Ah.
Who wouldn't like to get some free money? That's the question Jess and Paul would like to find the answer to today. They've come to this suburban office where they'll be making people happy by offering to give them cash. Large sums of completely free cash. And they want nothing in return. Well, almost nothing. This is the Taxman scam. These visitors have received a letter asking one of them to come for an interview at a regional tax centre.
I need to get you to fill out a couple of forms before you go in to see Mr. Marks. Can I have
You don't ignore an invitation from the taxman, so they're here bang on time to meet Officer Rob Marks.
Yeah. Okay, Claire, do you want to come on through? Yeah. Mr. Marks, this is Claire Peters, and here are her details for you. You're welcome. Take it.
Thank you.
Hi. Okay. We're processing refunds, but part of the process is we call some people in just to check they are who they say they are. And,
Okay,
You know, it's just perfectly normal.
The tax officer looks up the Marks records to make sure all is in order.
We are showing an overpayment here, and it looks like you're entitled to £1,222.27 has been overpaid by you.
Oh my God.
The news is great. She's due a refund in excess of £1,200. And this taxman is full of nothing but good news.
The amount here is £1,222.27 overcharged. It's nice to give people good news. £1,222 over, which you'll be pleased to know we have to give you back.
Yay.
Okay?
Everybody who enters this room unexpectedly becomes a bit more well off. But how do they actually get their money?
And there's 2 ways we can pay it to you. We can pay you by cheque. Usually takes about 3 months, so we can pay you directly into your bank account. Yeah.
The Marks can get paid by cheque, but that'll take 3 long months to process. Or they can have that juicy refund paid straight into their bank account in a matter of days. It's a no-brainer.
You know, if you want it quickly,
Do it straight in there.
yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh yeah, no, I'll do that.
Everyone opts for the speedy bank transfer, and Paul is only too happy to oblige. But there's one tiny catch.
I need you just to fill that out.
He's gonna need some bank details. The Marks don't think twice about handing over their information. Account number, sort code, address, account name. Paul just verifies the information they've given on his official tax refund computer. And everything seems to be in order.
Great, looks like that'll be in before December 18th. All right, great. Thanks for coming down.
Okay.
Don't spend it until you've got it. My advice.
I'll
All
try.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
All right, take
much.
care, Claire.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Like all the others, she's never going to see a penny of that refund. In fact, the only person likely to be making money from this transaction is Paul. He's now got all the details he would need to clean out their bank accounts.
Now this is hard.
That would be enough of a shock, but for these marks, things could turn out even worse. Because Jess was doing some data collection of her own. When she composed the official-looking letter asking the marks to come for the interview, she added that they should bring several forms of ID to prove their name and address.
Excellent. I'm just going to go make a quick copy of these, and then I'll be straight back. Are you okay with those forms, yeah?
And while the marks dutifully filled in forms,
I brought a bit of everything for you.
Oh, nice.
Jess was taking photos of their passports, driving licenses, and utility bills. Together with their banking details, the hustlers now have enough information to commit identity fraud, get new ID, take out loans, and even sell the data on the black market.
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
A simple con with a potentially devastating result for the victims.
They could take my identity and my heart is beating like crazy.
I've just been rinsed of everything.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell.
Everything was so official. Offices, secretary, there was everything.
Who wouldn't mind receiving money they weren't expecting? Now, this is our real-world version of one of the most popular online scams. You'll be asked to put in your bank details, your name, your address. Of course, now those details are available to the highest bidder online.
The Inland Revenue will never send out emails asking for personal information. If you are ever asked for any personal details or credit card information, then make sure you know exactly who you're dealing with.
This is a very well-known, very effective sting that's happened to lots and lots of people. Before you know it, they'll be sucking money out of your account. If you're invited somewhere, check, make sure it's a proper tax office, make the phone calls, do your homework.
Earlier today, Liberty X star Kelly Young dressed as a professional cleaner, and along with Jess entered a house to prepare it for a photo shoot.
Can't use that because that's probably copyright.
Photographer Alex then asked the mark to phone art dealer Paul to hire an expensive painting for the shoot. Paul left with a £500 deposit. But if all goes according to plan, the mark will soon be handing over more. Much more. In Done and Dusted Part 2.
10 grand they said that was worth.
What, that?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a little later, and the mark still can't believe that she's got such a valuable piece of art on the kitchen wall.
Can you do me a favour, actually? Could you take that sheet? Could you just cover that up? Just cover the picture up. Maybe just drape that over it, because I just don't...
It falls off.
It won't be tuck it behind or something.
I'm just so terrified.
Yeah.
Understandably, the mark isn't keen on touching the painting again, but it's essential to the scam that she personally covers it with the sheet.
Okay, that's not gonna fall.
No, that's fine. It looks fine.
It's now down to Kelly to carry out the most important and risky part of the scam.
Can I spar you for a second? Thank you. I just need some advice on this living room.
Jess leads the mark well away from the kitchen and into the living room. Kelly will have to act fast, as this is her only window of opportunity. Hidden in her cleaning bucket is a solvent spray designed to dissolve oil paint. Her job is to ruin that painting. But the longer she leaves it, the greater the danger of being caught red-handed. She's barely got a squirt out before everything falls apart.
At least I know it's going to go up.
The mark and Jess are still having an in-depth conversation about windows, but Kelly really needs to get a move on with that sheet. The painting is back on the wall again, but the tiny spray of solvent won't be anywhere near enough to ruin it. She's going to have to give it another go. And as she does so, she comes within a fraction of a second of being caught. But the scam that was on the brink of falling apart is now back on track. A little later, photographer Alex makes his return.
Hi there. How's it all going?
Art.
We have art. Excellent.
It's covered
This-
up on the wall, so you can take the thing off because I don't want to be in trouble for it falling.
Oh no, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Alex naturally wants to have a good look at this magnificent work of art.
You did have it on the wall nice and straight, but then
Okay.
it's probably more your thing.
The only thing I'm sort of looking at is,
No, this bit scuffed, doesn't it?
yeah.
Look closer. Like it's bubbling. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a bin in
The
here.
girls haven't sprayed anything on it, I haven't touched it. It looks
Sort of
like
wet.
it's bubbling before our eyes.
Yeah.
Like getting worse.
Susie,
Stairs.
have a look at this. You guys didn't start cleaning the windows or anything on the...
No, they had done those.
Yeah, just
and then-
here, just about here. Just about here, it looks a little bit...
Oh my God, what's that?
But this was covered before you guys started cleaning, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
put a sheet on it, didn't you?
Who covered
That
it?
sheet.
I popped it over.
What sheet did you use?
That's one.
This has got,
That's not what we use in that industrial place.
yeah, it's got it on it, hasn't it?
So the mark thinks that the sheet she used to cover the 10 grand painting was soaked in a solvent.
Oh no.
No, 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 no,
It
no.
is, you can smell it, look, smell it.
And to make matters worse,
No. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God, are you kidding?
art dealer Paul has come back to the house earlier than expected, having received a text from Alex.
I'm really sorry, I just need to take that painting back.
Okay,
We've got the owner. She was a little bit set on that one, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm really sorry. I
Hey
need to take it
Rob,
back.
how are you? Why do you
I'm
need to
good.
take it back?
Well, she needs it, and you know she was really happy with that one. So.
I think there might... I don't know what's happened, because I've just got here, but I'm pretty sure that that area is not meant to be like that.
What happened?
I don't know,
We covered it, but I think what's happened is that the cover that we've used had some industrial cleaning fluid on it.
You know it's ruined, right?
Who covered it up?
I popped it over, but I did not touch it. I was terrified. I didn't even want to put it on.
Yeah, she was terrified.
But it's scraped here. We've got. I mean, the painting is blistering here.
Rob, do you have anything else we can put up there?
I mean,
Well, you must be insured.
yeah, but you know the excess of something like this is £2 grand.
Paul does have insurance for the painting, but he isn't prepared to cough up for the excess.
It was our sheets, we can call up our boss and see
Because
if
we've
we're
got
insured.
insurance.
If you want another painting,
Well, should we just quickly go and call our
Oh, okay,
boss?
you-
We just
Call your boss,
him.
find out if you're covered.
Yeah.
I need the excess on this. I mean, I really, really do.
Kelly and Jess head outside to make a phone call, supposedly to the boss of the cleaning company.
If I don't get the pictures in, these guys don't get
Look,
paid.
it's 8 minutes to 5 on Friday. I need to put a call in to the insurance now.
Laura,
Meanwhile, Alex takes the mark into the living room for a quiet chat.
The person whose house it was.
listen, I know this guy. I know him. He's a little bit upset.
I can understand.
Yeah, but the thing is, I need to put a painting there. If we get him to give us another painting, I know I can get you that. The picture's sold. So if these guys can cover it, I think we should cover it and get him to bring us another painting ASAP.
He'll pay it.
What was that?
You pay it.
He'll pay it, yeah.
He'll pay it.
Yeah. He said he'll come down with the cash, but he can't get down till 8 o'clock.
Okay, let's go and see Rob. Let's go and see Rob.
So the cleaning company will pay the 2 grand excess. But Kelly's boss can't get here for a couple of hours. And if Paul doesn't get paid straight away, there'll be no replacement painting.
Here with cash. I'm sorry, but I need to leave here with cash.
Well, you guys
Okay.
pack up. Look,
And that means no photo shoot fee for the mark's friend, the homeowner.
I've got a deadline with Maggie.
Do you have 2,000 and I'll do the switch and then at least I'm covered?
Do you know what? If I had 2,000 cash on me now, I would give it to you.
If only someone else could cover the excess until the cleaning boss arrives.
Do you have 2,000? I mean,
I'm a hairdresser.
what was the money we had earlier? I mean,
How about the
And
owner?
that's for the builder who's meant to be coming.
is it enough? Because if they're going to bring the money to you, then
Well,
at least
I
you're
can't
covered.
There's not 2 grand in
No,
there.
not yet.
The mark does actually have some money, left behind by the homeowner to pay a tradesman's bill. But will she hand it over?
Well, it seems to me that the only thing we can sort out would be what we have available.
If there is enough in here,
Yeah.
what do I do when the builder come knocking on the door. Do you
Tell
see
them to
what
come
I
back
mean?
at 8.
Tell her to come back after 8 because you will have cash then.
And I'll get that replaced. It.
Yeah.
Look, what I'll do is I'll leave that piece with you just now. I'll
that
go get the
enough?
other
I don't
piece
know
and I'll bring
how
it
much
back.
do you have?
I don't know if you have a count.
Yeah, of course.
She's gone for it, and the hustlers will happily take however much is in the envelope.
I'm gonna have to go. Is everything okay?
As long as your man turns up at 8.
He will, no,
Otherwise, I'm in the
he will.
Take care.
As the girls leave, Alex helps count out the cash.
1,500 exactly.
No.
Added to the deposit, that makes $2,000 for a couple of hours' work. So Kelly and Jess are gone. Time for the other hustlers to get the replacement painting.
So Laura, I'm going to be here in 2 minutes. They haven't left any buckets or anything like that downstairs, have they? Have a quick look. Brilliant.
Well, I mean, the piece I have in the back is particularly...
It's not another Rodney, is it?
Oh, it's another Rodney, yeah.
Because he's rubbish.
I sprayed it once and then the painting came off. I was panicking, couldn't work out how to get it back on the wall. I was really scared, I just didn't want to screw it up and I didn't want Laura to come out of the lounge and see me fiddling with it because then everything would have fallen apart. We convinced her that our guy was going to come back with the cash later on. But I think once everybody left the house, I'm sure she must have felt like, oh my God, I just handed over $2,000 and what if this guy doesn't turn up?
You will not believe the dramas.
The mark has been on her own for a little while now and puts in a call to her friend.
I gave £500 deposit to the man for this painting that, hold on, is worth £10,000. The guy who brought the painting over obviously needs some money for the excess for his insurance, so I've given him £1,500 out of that other money. Yes, the guy from the cleaning company is paying for it, so he's going to bring £2,000 over here at 8 o'clock.
Of course, she's never getting any money back from the cleaning company. And that $10,000 painting is definitely no masterpiece. In fact, it was worthless all along.
I gave them a deposit and then I did give them some money to the insurance thing or something. You just kind of do it, don't you? Because it's a poor guy and his £10,000 painting. The guys that came in and just seemed like that's what they just did every single day.
In this scam, the mark's been offered a great sum of money to take part in a photo shoot. So she's more than likely to go along with any requests that the photographer has. Now, when the painting gets damaged, she doesn't really think twice of handing over the money for it because, after all, she's going to be getting all the money back from the cleaning company a few hours later.
Whenever you're asked to pay money in order to receive more money, then alarm bells should be ringing. And always be very, very careful of who you let into your home. Find out for yourself that they are who they say they are.
Right, listen, take note. The next new episode of The Real Hustle Celebrity Scammers is next Friday at 10:30. Not Thursday, Friday, 10:30. And that's not a scam, I promise. Next up tonight, it's the Family Guy Double.